Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for May the 21st, 2022. And today's thing, of course, I mean, if you watched the last couple weeks, you already know what today's thing is going to be. Of course, if you've read the title of the video, you also know what today's video is going to be about. But yesterday, of course, saw the release of part 3 of Mickey Mouse the Main Attraction, the Mad Hatter's Tea Party set. And we'll talk about that some more, hopefully next week when those items have arrived. But this week, we are still going back a couple weeks because I got myself some magic in the mail in the form of this box, which contains our Mickey Mouse the Main Attraction Part 2, the February release that was done in the beginning of May, right after Star Wars Day. And, last week I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this or Star Wars, but this had not arrived in time. It actually arrived that night. So yeah, it's still in the box, but I have looked at it to make sure everything's there, to make sure everything was in acceptable condition, but I haven't really taken it out and like really given it a good look. We're gonna do that together. So let's start to unpack the magic by putting a piece of cardboard right in front of the camera lens so that you can't actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Of course, we have our magic paper. Gotta have the magic paper, otherwise we don't have the magic. And, well, I guess we should start with the small thing here, which means I have to move the box out of the way and move the camera down there so we can get a good look at it. Oh, actually, no, hold on. Before we do that, so yeah, I didn't need to buy anything to get the turning red key because it was still there the next day. So now I have 2 of them, yeah. So yeah, it's cute, it's there. I've already discussed it in another very low effort video. So we're going to discuss it, but yeah, we've got 2 of them now. All right, now that's out of the way. Now we'll go down there to look at the smallest item in this collection. So of course, the smallest thing in this collection is the pin. And they've done that thing that I complain about every time I do a pin video now. They have put the label over the pin, so you have to get out the plastic to get a good look at it. But I want to point one thing. So I know some people have taken issue with calling this like the February and calling Tea Party the March collection, because it's just part 1, it's part 2, it's part 3. This is a continuity collection, not a monthly collection. But I want you to look at this. Mickey 50 Continuity February pin. FEB, February. That's for February. This is meant to be the February release, which is why it was released like the entire rest of the world, except for the US, in February. So I guess we're going to do this like every 2 weeks now until we catch up. I mean, it'll take a couple months to catch up still, but I guess it's a good way to get it under control. And as long as it keeps being, an easy thing to get through. Because, again, this Pirates of the Caribbean stuff was available for just like yonks afterwards. I mean, certainly better than Minnie Mouse. So I don't know if that's because people really were taking an issue with the whole Johnny Depp thing, because some people complained about it. Strangely, I didn't see people complaining about that for the Mad Hatter when he played the Mad Hatter as well, and nobody had an issue with that. I guess because everybody has chosen to forget those live-action Alice movies. But here is our Pirate Mickey. And what a dapper fellow he is. We got some pin-on-pin going with the hat here. The hat is a separate piece. Double pin backed. And there's words on the back, and they're I'm sure the exact same words that were on Minnie Mouse. And we'll read them when we get to the next item. But not for now, because there's a pin back in the way, and I don't want to take it off there. But this arrived, I've got a little ding there. I mean, it was all shipped in one box. That box that you saw at the beginning is the box it all came in. So, that's acceptable though. There's no book to put these in. For the Minnie Mouse, there was like a book, and I know it was to match the Mickey Mouse from the year before, from Mickey Mouse Memories. But no, 2 years ago, before 2018, not 2019. 2019 was Wisdom, and nobody liked Wisdom. But yeah, there was a book to put the Minnie Mouse, the Main Attraction ones in. There's not a book to put these in, so they're gonna just kind of hang out loose in their little plastic baggies, I guess. And unless you want to do like a pin board of Mickey Mouse, the Main Attraction pins, which would look cool, I think, if you did it. But yeah, so again, I'm still disappointed there's just the one pin, but if you're going to just have one pin, at least you've made it a very nice one. I got some gold, got some little glitter effects in the hat and the skin there. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up, but it's there. We have like the little gold detail on the jacket. It's a very nice. His pirate costume is overall very nice. I do approve. I like it. Of course, it's series 2 of 12. Hopefully, again, next week we're looking at 3 of 12. We'll see. I'll discuss that next, or when we get to those. Yeah, very nice, very lovely, and it just gets bigger from here. So while we're down here, I might as well look at the next smallest item, and that's going to be this here. The Mickey Mouse main attraction, Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, as opposed to Universal's Pirates of the Caribbean, or MGM's Pirates of the Caribbean. Limited release, Series 2 of 12, Pirates of the Caribbean Key. And again, much like with the Space Mountain one, I'm impressed with it. It's very nicely sculpted. I mean, looks a little plasticky up here, I will say that. I think it's just the paint they've used, because I believe this is supposed to be metal. I mean, I'll never really know because I'm not going to take it out of the package. But this does all look very plasticky to me. And I believe it says it's die-cast, so not a toy, decorative item only, yada, yada, yada. But here's the words. Here's the version of the words that we'll actually read. And hopefully they're clear enough on the camera that you can read along. Now remember, the last time these words were exactly the same as the ones on the Minnie Mouse the Main Attraction plush, so I don't expect anything different here, but we'll read them anyways. It's been a couple years. We'll read them anyways. Ahoy! The Pirates of the Caribbean ride takes you by boat past scenes of pirate treasure, derelict ships, and moments brought to life by the namesake films with characters Captain Jack Sparrow and Captain Barbossa. A favorite attraction? A favorite attraction? Not a favorite attraction. Alright, well, whatever. A favorite attraction, the ride opened in the Magic Kingdom Park at the Walt Disney World Resort in 1973 in the Adventureland area. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's what that said in the Minnie Mouse, but we'll find out in a few moments. But it's very nicely done, nice sculpt, skull, got the, of course it's that scene of the pirate tied to the wheel, get some more rope down there, got some doubloons, I guess, here. Believe that says probably something about dead men tell no tales. Tales mort us dic no. Piratas vitram mern, like vitam mern. I'm guessing A Pirate's Life for Me, maybe. And I'm pretty sure that is 1973, but in Roman numerals. Got the big Disney World 50th on the teeth of the key there. And of course, you know, the whole stem looks kind of like a mast. But again, big, chunky, solid plastic box. I mean, is it worth 30 bucks? Oh, that's personal opinion, but the fact they sold out would seem to indicate that I'm not the only one that thinks they are. So it only gets bigger from here, and we're going to skip ahead actually to the biggest item next, because it's a thing that we didn't get from the first collection, because my wife didn't care for it, wasn't interested in it, didn't want it, and honestly, I think it may still be available. It was still available when this one was released anyways, and that is the backpack, which also, honestly, was still available a lot longer than I expected it to be, because I do agree this one's a nicer looking one than the Space Mountain backpack. Again, February. So as you can see, I have not taken this out of the package to really give a good look at it. Like I said, we're doing this stuff together. All I really did before was to remove the packing slip and make sure everything was actually there. So let's unpack our backpack. And we only got certain ones of the Minnie Mouse ones as well back when we weren't completionists on that, partly because like half of them were hip sacks and my wife didn't want those at all. I think some of them, I think Haunted Mansion was a hip sack, which was disappointing. But here is our Pirates of the Caribbean Mickey Mouse, the main attraction backpack. And this, I'm guessing, is the shoulder strap. Am I right? Nope, this is just a wad of paper wrapped in tissue paper to make sure the paper doesn't get damaged. So, yeah, that doesn't need to be there. We'll just put that aside. So yeah, here's our backpack. Kind of that lovely little faux leather look. Straps. The same words on the inside, I'm sure. Ooh, big flashy 50th though. But yeah, there's the same words. And does it say, yeah, favored attraction? Is that a phrase? I would have thought, I mean, I guess favored attraction makes a certain amount of sense, but I would think a favorite attraction would be the way I'd phrase it, but maybe that's just me. But one thing about these Mickey Mouse Mini attractions, it looks like they're all going to be fairly, plain isn't the word I want. Dignified, perhaps. What's the answer? Like, interesting on the lining? Got that similar texturing or detail. Detail is the word I want. On the ears that we had on the pin here. See? In fact, I'm guessing it's probably meant to be the exact same detailing. And I suspect we'll be seeing it again in a minute. But let's look inside, see what if there's any interesting lining. It's a lot of paper. I'm not going to pull that out because this is my wife's. What does the lining look like, though? I do want to see the lining. And no, I kind of thought it would just be like this pattern again. But no, it's not. It is a different pattern. I mean, I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just, it's not what I was expecting. Anything interesting in here? Foam. And I'm guessing more of the same lining? Is that different lining? It looks like maybe different lining. No, I guess it's the same. It's just I'm not seeing any skulls in the part I'm looking at here, but I look in there, I don't know if you can even see it on camera, but there's a skull right there. So I don't know if you can see that. It's gray on dark gray. It's kind of far from the camera, and I think the angle for it is really bad. So, I mean, this is probably not the best part of the video. And that's saying something. Let's go here. We've got like a compass going on over here on this side. Ah, the cardboard's falling out. I have to package this back up when I'm done, you know. And it does say Pirates of the Caribbean on the back, which I think is part of what my wife liked about it, is that it says this here. Of course, when you're wearing it, nobody's going to see that. But I think, you know, this is one of those if you know, you know sort of things. And, you know, if you need to know, then you'll know what this is just upon seeing it. So that does leave one last item. And to get to that, I feel like we did this with Space Mountains. We're going to do it again. I feel like we needed to go get out Minnie Mouse, the main attraction. And I'm too angled low, aren't I? Let's tilt up just a little bit. There we go. So here was the Minnie Mouse, the main attraction plush. And were the words? No. The words on this one are totally... Oh, no, there they are. And does it say... Yeah, favorite attraction. But this one talks about Disneyland Park opening in 1960. So it's a little different. This one does acknowledge Disneyland, not Disney World, having opened in 67 in Disneyland. Hence that pin from a couple weeks ago of limited edition 1967. So that's a different one, because I think Space Mountain was like word for word the same. So that is interesting. But so let's look at her. So she was actually in a storage bin. She did not make the cut of being on permanent display, and frankly, I can understand why. First of all, from a distance, nothing about this says Pirates of the Caribbean to me. It says it's like mustard mini. I mean, there's nothing. I don't know how well the camera's picking up the dress, but from this distance, when you look at this, do you see? Oh, yes, that's Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, there's a skull on there, but there's a couple different things that could be. It's not until you get a close look at the dress where you see, you know, pirate gold and ship wheels and stuff, that you can realize that, oh, this is meant to be Pirates of the Caribbean. And, you know, they could have dressed her as Red. They could have dressed her in like a cast member uniform, but instead they dressed her in a pirate's tablecloth with some leftover mesh from 1980s Madonna. And yeah, I was not impressed with that time. I don't think I did a video on her, because I don't think I did videos until like the March one. I think the Mad Hatter's Tea Party was the first one I did videos on. So I don't think there's anything from 2 years ago of me saying either this or indeed something different. Maybe I said something nicer back then, I don't know. But I was not impressed with her at the time. as I was very much impressed with the Space Mountain Mini, I was definitely not impressed with her. But I think, and maybe they'll look better together, but let's get this box out of the way. Oh, you know what? I missed a small thing. We're gonna have to go back to it because I'm not re-recording this. We'll do this first, and then we'll, I guess, go back down there to look at the small thing. But here is our Mickey Mouse, the main attraction plush. Yes, he's still sealed in the bag. I have not opened him yet either. Does his bag say February as well? Nope, it says quantity 1 piece. And there's no tape, it's just gotta rip it open or cut it open to get to the Mickey goodness inside. And just like our Space Mountain one, he is wrapped in tissue. And just like our Space Mountain one, I do not have a doll stand to put him on, so hopefully, like the Space Mountain one rather, he will stand up. Oh, they've taped it. They've taped it to the plush. Oh, not a fan of that. I mean, taping it to the paper is almost bad enough, but taping it to the plush itself, no, that seems like a no-no to me. All right. Oh, okay, it's just lint. I thought maybe there was a problem there. But here is, paper out of the way, here is our Mickey Mouse. Now, do they look better together? Well, yes, I do think with Mickey standing by her side, she does look better. Well, hey, he stands good. However, I mean, they're not exactly the same. As where Mickey has, kind of like the pin, Mickey has like a glitter to him. Minnie just doesn't have. Minnie, I mean, it looks like maybe they tried, but it's not as pronounced. I'm seeing it a little bit now, I think now because I'm looking for it. But, I mean, look at this ear to ear. Well, let's put it this way. Look at these side by side. First of all, he's a lighter shade, but I think he glitters better. You think? Maybe it's just me. But he's definitely lighter, more golden color, as where she was. He seems a little mustardy to me. Oh, he's got paper on his hands too. What in the world? And they didn't do that with the Space Mountain one. Well, that we're just kind of having to tear off. Because we don't know what we're doing with these yet, so he's going to go back in this bag, I think, when we're all done recording and doing pictures and what such. But I think the hands are just going to have to stay uncovered. And they're not made out of anything that's... I can understand that if it was that kind of, that glossy faux leather material that some of the stuff is made out of, that, you know, it sticks to things. I've seen, like, those 12-inch Star Wars figures where the fabric, that glossy fabric has just kind of completely degraded over the last 20 years and just looks filthy and disgusting now. But yeah, his hands are just kind of soft. Like maybe to keep them clean because they're white, as where hers were black. But his face is white too. Well, his face was covered in paper too, wasn't it? But now come on, look at this. This... Okay, so I think it is the same pattern inside there in the lining of the backpack. It's just not gold. Because yeah, there's that same skull. But come on, this looks so much better. Mickey looks so much better than Minnie from Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, am I the one that thinks that? Let me know in the comment below. If you think Minnie looks better than Mickey, let me know in the comments. But, I mean, it's got a pirate hat. I mean, this screams pirate. That doesn't scream pirate. I mean, it just doesn't. It doesn't to me. It doesn't look good. I mean, it's still nice. It's quality. But, I mean, it doesn't scream pirate like this does. This is clearly a pirate. He's got, like, a little frill going on under the collar there. He's got his little belt. No sword strapped to it or anything, but still, very nice. Of course, Series 2 of 12 on the bottom. Love that hat. That hat is awesome. And yeah, I'm very pleased with that plush. So far, we're 2 for 2 on these, which is something I couldn't say for Minnie Mouse back in 2018, because it's not bad, it's not a low quality item, but it's just not as nice. I mean, look at that, tell me which one of those looks more like a pirate. Now together, if you put them side by side, it's definitely an improvement. He brings her up absolutely. But yeah, I'm very pleased with him. So the thing I skipped, and I'm sure if you collect these things, you realize I skipped it when I skipped it, is yeah, we have one more smallish thing, and we're up here now. We're gonna do it up here, and that is the ears. And also, I like these ears better, I think. I mean, we'll get them out of the package, but just looking at the pictures, because you remember the mini ears, and I'm not going to go dig them out. The mini ears had a like foam pirate ship on them, which was a cool idea, but I think poorly executed. And that pirate ship was like very delicate. I saw a lot of people complaining that there's like broke and fell off in shipping, and that was like I think the last one we got in store. So ours was okay, but yeah, it wasn't great. Now this though, I mean, it's still not. It's not the bee's knees, but it's certainly better than that foam pirate ship. It looks very much like Mickey's hat there, certainly similar styling. We've got a little compass rose here pinned to it. We've got that same skull detail work that we saw on the backpack and on his coat and on the pin. Got just, yeah, kind of like a faux velvety inside, I guess, to help it grip to your head a little bit. Pirates of the Caribbean. Walt Disney World 50th. There it is. I'm surprised that these haven't been selling out super fast. I mean, you know, as I said, I think I said last week, I'm not upset about that. I'm glad these things are staying available so more people have a chance to buy them, more people have a chance to enjoy them. And I feel it devalues it for the resellers, which anything that devalues things for resellers is a plus in my book. But overall, it's a nice collection. It's a nice set. Let's get Minnie out of here, I think, because she's not really part of this. She's just here to compare against Mickey. But let's get everything back on here as best as possible. And yeah, give a final overall opinion on these. And that final opinion is they're lovely. It's a lovely collection. I'm glad it's been easy to get so far. I think they all look nice and quality. There's nothing here that I really have complaints about. As far as, you know, what they are, complaining what they aren't is a totally separate thing. But taking them for what they are and what they're meant to be, it's all quite nice. Now, you know, the backpacks, we're definitely not going to be completionists on. We're not going to go after all of them. It's just going to kind of be whatever my wife likes, because they are easily the most expensive thing in this collection. They're like 90 bucks. I mean, that's a huge jump from, I think, I don't remember, is Mickey the most expensive or the Key the most expensive? That's like 30. Is he 30 or 35? I don't remember, but it's a huge jump to these things. They're like 90, aren't they? They're a lot. They're a lot. And to collect 12 of them on top of all this other stuff is also, plus they take up quite a bit of space. I mean, you can't really crush them down. You're going to damage them and crease them, and that's not good for anything. But yeah, so far, 2 for 2 on the Mickey Mouse Main Attraction. I was very afraid when they announced it last year that it was going to be, maybe it was early this year, I don't remember anymore, but that it was going to be a very kind of low effort, low imagination thing. And I still feel it's low imagination, but it's not been low effort. They really have put work into making everything in it look quite nice and quite quality. And yeah, I'm pleased with it, and hopefully, you know, 2 down, 9 to go. Hopefully they will all remain pleasing through the next 9 collections, which I'm guessing once we get caught up, which I figure, what, they just did March this week. So in early June, we should get April. In late June, we should get May. So by the end of July, I think by August, we should be caught up. August should be the August release. So, you know, halfway through the year, we should be caught up, which, you know, hey, that's cool. But I think that'll wrap us up. This has gone on long enough. Here's a last look at Collection 2 of Mickey Mouse The Main Attraction, The Pirates of the Caribbean. I hope you found this at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. And again, tell me what you think about Minnie. Am I off base with Minnie here? Does this scream Pirates of the Caribbean to you? Even if it does or doesn't, let me know. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm on an island all by myself on this one, but I don't think I am. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.